wasn't an American. She made her choices based on.
Oh, listen to that, gentlemen. Fairness. See, this is what it is. This is selective feminism. It's feminism only when it goes with what I think. Thank you for proving my point.
I would like to make a point, actually. So if we brought up that plenty of Colombian women run game on white guys in Miami for citizenship, we would act like they're victims.
No, I wouldn't.
Guys.
I wouldn't.
Melania Trump does the same thing.
No, I wouldn't.
Citizenship. She gets some cash. She gets what you are perceiving as
she got a deal. So let me explain. Let me say something, guys. Let me explain something to you ladies. What men and women have always done is not worried about the Western notion ideal of marriage. What men and women have traditionally done is sat down and negotiated and hammered out a deal. And that's what they do. You hammer out a deal. Melania Trump got a deal. She is not a prisoner. She could have chosen to leave. This is a free country. If Donald Trump wanted her to stay and she wanted to leave, she could have. She chose to be there.
Yeah, but we're not all like Melania Trump.
And
that is not a valid argument.
No,
but it is, though.
It is not. Because we're not, that's not a valid argument. I'm saying the fact that there are women who make choices that you don't understand, but they're free to make them and happy in those situations.
But again, you're talking about choices that are going both ways, when what I have been getting annoyed with is there is no sense of fairness, and that's what exactly.
There is no fairness in dating, ma'am. That's what you don't seem to get. There's no fairness in this. All's fair in love and war. It's not fair. Yeah. It's survival.
I'm glad I know now. I just got a lot of empowerment.
Now that I heard everybody's opinion here, it's like I don't even want to date. Like I'm.
Oh, I do.
I'm gonna be even more exactly.
But understand something, and you can do that. But here's the thing, and that's fine. But here's the thing, and the thing, and while you're running game, the game will be played as well. That's fine, and men are okay with that. See, men are okay with the.
Women okay with that though.
Ma'am, you ladies set up the rules. We are playing the game that modern women have set up.
So Kevin, and I don't know if you heard it, but again, one of the things that's bothered me is that again, it's, oh, well, men can do this, but women can't.
Such as?
The cheating thing. Well, if you're the 1% of men, then you get to do this. And it's because women show, love differently and blah, blah, blah.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. If you are with a 1% man and you're cheating,
he's not around.
You better not get. If you need to know your man.
Neither are
some men. I will say this. I know men in the 1% whose wives have. What do you think the porn where she's sleeping with the pool boy, the postman, came from? Women cheated. The Postman Rings Twice was a very famous movie in the 70s. Ladies, there are some men who understand their wives cheat. There are just rules to it.
But again, I like that you're telling me we're setting a plan up front, because that's not what's been being said here.
That's always what it comes down to.
He loves you. He ain't going to let you know he's cheating.
There is something that comes down when there is some man on the planet that you can actually make a deal with that you could accept. Now, the point is, can you find them before time runs out? But that's how it always comes down to. There are blanket generalizations that are broadly true for most people. But we're human beings. Everyone has a choice. Some guys cannot tolerate any cheating. Well, then if you need to get your itch scratched and you know what you got on the line, you got to weigh the risk reward. Because if you want to risk it,
aim lower, I guess, lower your expectations, because if you're dating, above the 1%, then you might get somebody that's not going to fucking cheat, right?
Maybe.
Well, hold on. And see, the notion of this whole aim lower, this is why when women say this, I don't think you realize that people... When I don't think a lot of times you ladies understand when you say aim lower, you're in that lower too.
Where's the crickets button?
I don't aim lower. I'm not going to aim lower. I'm just going to stop being such a nice person.
The fact that here's some realities. Women control access to sex and determine whether or not a life is brought into the world. Men control access to relationships and marriage. So you can aim whatever you want to, but unfortunately, men across the board, low value to high, control access to relationship. That's what we control. So this is what I was saying earlier. Ladies across the board, you can have your standards, your point of view, but when it comes right down to it, the way you guys were talking is if you had leverage over the kind of men that was in the discussion. You don't. Those men have leverage over the women. You're not competing. You're competing with the women around him. Everything that you ladies are saying, I won't tolerate this, such and so forth. There are plenty of other women to be like, shit, okay, fine. What else? Is that it? No problem.
Saying we're not 1% like they are?
I'm saying that there are more women wanting them than there are men. There's 1%. That means 99% aren't. And almost 100% of women want the same 1% of men. The Petro principle.
Oh yeah.
There are more women trying to, okay, you've all been into a club at some point in your life. There's a regular club and there's VIP. The guys who are in VIP are looked at differently than the guys who are standing online.
That's not fair, Kevin.
Well, what the guys in VIP had to make. See, the thing is, one thing that most women don't seem to realize, and it's very simple. Women are born with inherent value. So they really can't understand the concept that we men have to deal with, that we have to make ourselves valuable. So when men hear that we have to make ourselves valuable, we accept the world as it is, and we don't sit back and say, well, it's not fair. We just deal with the world as it is. Here's the principle. Women can never objectively understand the male journey and struggle, so don't try to explain. In general, they see everything through rose-colored glasses, being born with inherent value. You earn all of your value as a man, and it's your greatest opportunity that you could hope for. Women are born with value, men are not.
Y'all had your
bullshit.
struggle. The women
It's
are still
bullshit.
struggling right
I
now.
was gonna say it's
Clearly,
way harder to be a woman than a man.
I said value, ma'am. I said value.
Yourselves
No, you went to how hard it is. I said value.
Nobody's feeling sorry for themselves here.
I said value.
Are
you
all you're entitled to something better because your struggle has been harder.
No one. See, men don't think we're entitled to anything. That's why we said don't even. No, what I said was men should not try to explain.
If you weren't entitled, you wouldn't sit here and tell me I don't deserve the same.
No, you can knock the sign language off. It doesn't work on me. What I was saying is men should not try to objectively articulate your struggle and journey to be a man, because women are born with inherent value. See,
Kevin, she stopped listening. It's.
I know, and I'm about to run, but I'm gonna say this for the audience. Thank you for having me on, guys. And these are valuable back and forth, because what needs to happen more often than not is women who have these strong beliefs just question their beliefs, question why they believe what they believe, and then if it stands up, it stands up. If it doesn't, okay. But it's not. We're not being fair. We're not being rude. We're not being evil or argumentative. Women are used to one-way discussions, and that time has passed. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
All right, Kev.
Thanks, Kevin.
Peace out.
Thank you for coming on. Appreciate it.
Yeah.